Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. My name is Ollie, and this is Ollie's match review for the League Two match, Carlisle 2, Newport County 0. Starting off, as always, with the lineup. Little bit of a formation change this time around. Usually we play the 5-3-2, two strikers up top, the three-man midfield with the wing backs. Changed a little bit for this match, playing more of a 5-3, a 5-2-3 or a 3-4-3. Just going to run through the lineup in full because I feel like it's a little bit easier for you to picture how we set up. So Jody was in goals. The back three, as always, of Drysdale, Farquharson and Demetrio. Two wing backs were Adam Lewis and Cameron Norman. This is where it changes a little bit. Usually we play the three-man midfield. Today we played Nathan Mariah-Wells and Aaron Wildig, who makes a return to the lineup. And then a front three of Will Evans, Lewis Collins on the right, and Oz through the middle as a lone striker, who did very well as our lone striker. And I'd be interested to see if that carries over into Wimbledon or a few more games down the line. So the three changes that we made were Aaron Wildig coming in for Scott Bennett, Will Evans coming in for Aaron Lewis, sort of with the tactical change, and Lewis Collins coming in for Omar Bogle. Getting into the first half then, County for a majority of the match were the much better side. Chances for Lewis Collins, Adam Lewis, Oz and Will Evans. Again, I mentioned it in the Rochdale match review. We're getting chances and we're making opportunities for ourselves. We're just not being clinical. We're not finishing. We're not scoring the goals when we should be. And I guess that is something, again, we need to address in the transfer window or what is left of it. Unfortunately, though, it was Carlisle who took the lead in the 45th +2. It's always a bit painful when you concede in injury time, whether it's first or second half. The ball was played into the box by Jordan Gibson, crossed in. Fargy and Mickey Demetriou both struggled to clear it. Mickey even heads it back a little bit and it falls to Christian Dennis just inside the 6-yard box. He's on the right side of the goal, slots into the left. Not really much you could do about it. Obviously, if Fargy or Mickey clears it, that goal probably doesn't happen, but it's one of those situations where it's all a little bit chaotic in the box and everyone's a bit panic stationed. So went into the half time 1-0 down. Second half then, nothing much to note from us. The only highlight I've got down here is Carlisle scoring their second goal in the 57th minute. It's a long aerial ball played from the Carlisle half. Mickey tries to defend it. He has two shots at this. Heads it once and it bounces up. Heads it once again and it falls into the path of Christian Dennis, who passes it across to new signing John Kimani Gordon. I believe that's how you say it. The young lad from Crystal Palace who just signed, I think, the day before. He dribbles it down the left flank, gets inside the county box and slots into the bottom left. So not much note-wise from the match, but just giving my opinion on it, I'm not too worried about the result because Carlisle are fourth in the table. We kind of expected to lose this match. It wasn't... It would have been nice to take a point from a match, but I don't think anyone expected us to take all 3 points. Are we a little bit unlucky that we've come away with 0 points? I think so, because it's realistically it's two errors that on a different day and maybe in better weather conditions don't happen. We all know Mickey's been Mr. County, Mr. Reliable for the past 6 seasons, so I think he was due an off day and it's just unfortunate it's come today. But I still don't feel like we're in a relegation battle, which is weird to say. I think there are teams worse than us. I know a lot of people disagree with our point of view, and I agree it does feel a bit uncomfortable to focus on two teams being worse than you, but I think sometimes you've just got to take what you can in this league. The next match then, we're finally back home, Wimbledon, next Saturday. Played them fairly recently, 1-1 on Boxing Day at Plough Lane, I believe that's their ground. Got a penalty I still feel like we shouldn't have, and Kyle Hudlin thought he was the Undertaker and tried to chokeslam Mickey Dimitriou. Luckily he has gone back to Huddersfield, so he will not be there, but I will, because it's at Rodney Parade. Always good to have a home game, even if we're losing. As always, just before I get into all that good stuff, a massive shout out to the 168 fans who made the trip up. It's an absolutely daunting trip to go up to Carlisle, even on a Saturday. So credits to everyone who went up there. Also credit to Patrick Thistle, the 50 odd fans who came down after their game was called off against Dundee. Brilliant to see the two fan bases get along. I heard it was an excellent atmosphere, and hopefully this isn't the last time our paths cross. So then, what was your thoughts on the match? Should we have done better? Should we have got a point? What's the predictions for Wimbledon? Leave them down in the comments below. I'll reply to them. Also down there, like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends. As always, up the county. Ole, ole, ole!